What's up guys? This is the Sentrepreneur here today with a new video. So today we're just going to do a short little talk about the reason why my fragrance collection has been dwindling and probably will continue to do so. The reason is there's actually this one question that I ask myself a lot whenever I put on a fragrance, and I think I've talked about it before, but this question is, would I prefer something else over this? Very simple. So an example, the other day, it was just yesterday actually, I was going to my cousin's birthday party. He turned 4. And I had some errands to run afterwards as well. So I threw on what is, or what I thought was, one of my favorite niche fragrances, Parfums de Marly Layton. Super mass appealing, amazing compliment getter. It's really blown me away this fall because I've only worn it probably 3 or 4 times and I've gotten compliments every time. Very good compliment getter is my point. I put this on and I started going about my day. I think I went for a walk, and then I worked on some videos or something like that. And there just came like this little dawn of realization when I was on my computer, and I smelled myself, and I was like, do I love this? Yeah. But do I wish it was something else? Is there a better option in my collection? Yes, there is. Replica Jazz Club, my favorite fragrance. These are 2 fragrances that I would wear to the exact same places, you know, casually, dates, definitely signature scent worthy, nights out, clubs. You could wear these both anywhere, but I just prefer Jazz Club a little bit. I prefer Jazz Club over Layton, and I just realized this sitting down that this is the reason why my collection has gotten smaller and smaller. Because I'll put on a fragrance, and, you know, be like, oh, this smells good. I like this. You know, cool bottle, whatever. And then I get thinking, don't I have something else in my collection that's a little bit better than this? And the answer is usually yes. I've got, in my personal taste, my personal opinion, I've got the fragrances that I love the best for each different scenario. So I've also got a couple that don't necessarily excel in these different scenarios. Like I said, I prefer Jazz Club just a bit to Layton. I'd rather wear this pretty well every time, I think. And Layton's an expensive fragrance, man. They both are, to be fair, but Jazz Club's just a little bit more cost-effective. And it's, like I said, it got me thinking, this is why I don't really have much of a collection anymore. And why I might sell more, I don't know. But I've got what works the best. And I don't see a reason to need or own more, if that makes sense. Like, there's this line from a video from Real Josh TV. I don't know if you guys watch Josh, but he's got great fragrance content. I love the dude's stuff, and he always comments on my videos. Seems like a nice bro. I'll leave his channel linked down below if you want to check it out. But I forget the video, and he had this line where he said, "You actually smell worse by owning more." And I remember hearing that and was like, that's so true. That's so true. How many of us own way too many bottles? And I'm not saying I do anymore because I've trimmed down a lot. But at one point I owned way too many bottles. And it was like, whenever I put on one of these other fragrances, I don't smell quite as good as I would if I put on like one of my favorites. Like Jazz Club, Prada L'Homme, Le Malo Fresh, which I'm wearing today. Even though it's freezing cold, it still smells fantastic. But wouldn't I smell better if I put on one of my favorites? The answer is yes. So then the next question is, why do I own all this filler? I was like, I'm not your typical fragrance collector. I don't need to own several hundred bottles. I don't love the art. It's cool, but I don't love it. So it was like, well, why would I own more? And there are still some fragrances in my collection where I'm like, this could be better. This is good, but I'd rather wear this. There's still a few fragrances in my collection like that. And just recently I've been like, interesting to take in, interesting to note, because this is the question that I've been asking myself that is behind, the reason behind why my collection has shrunk. And I think if any of you guys really want to narrow your collection down to just what smells the best, this is a great question to ask yourself. Do I smell worse by owning more? Do I put on this fragrance and wish that I had grabbed another one? So guys, comment down below if you've ever asked yourself this question. Like I said, this is the reason why mine's been shrinking. This is the reason why it's probably going to continue to shrink. I don't believe in a massive fragrance collection. I believe in owning the 5 to 10 best fragrances in your personal opinion, and that's it. If you want more, cool. But if you just want a purely functional and at the same time kind of artsy collection, that's the way to go, and that's the way I'm going to continue to. So guys, subscribe if you haven't below, hit the thumbs up and the bell to get notified when I come up with new stuff. I hope you enjoyed this short little video, and I hope it encourages you to get a hold of your collecting. Get a hold of your collecting, because like I said, if you don't love the art, there's really no reason to own all this fluff in your fragrance collection. I'll see you in the next video, guys. Have a great day.